Hi, welcome everyone. Thank you for joining us at e-KLESF 2022. My name is Shiza from University Tunku Abdul Rahman, Utah. Today we are presenting a webinar titled Toward Better User Interface by Ms. Najla Sadiq binti Mokhtar. Ms. Najla is a lecturer at Division of Computing and Mathematics, Center for Pre-University Studies, Tunku Abdul Rahman University of Management and Technology. Just a little housekeeping before we start. If you have any questions, please type them into the chat box. We will bring them up during the Q&A session at the end of this webinar. All participants, please sign in your attendance in the link posted in the chat box. Without further delay, let us turn the time over to Ms. Najla Sadiq.
Okay, hello everyone. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear, Ms. Najla.
All right, so let me start sharing first my screen. Okay. So clear, the slide clear?
Yes, very clear.
All right, so let me start. Thank you, Ms. Shizar, for introducing myself just now. Okay, so again, Miss, you can call me Miss Najla only. Okay, I'm teaching here under Division Computing and Mathematics, Center for Pre-University Study. Okay, let me start our webinar. By the way, thank you so much for joining this webinar, especially for my slide. Okay, so let's start towards better user interface. Okay, I'm not sure who is the join today, what is your all background, okay, but let me share with you whatever I have knowledge regarding the user interface to be correct, okay, toward better user interface. So what is user interface, by the way? Do you have any idea what is user interface? Can you share your thought in the chat maybe? Okay, or you can ask yourself, what is user interface? I think like when you go through to anywhere, okay, especially in this modern day, okay, you search online, okay, you join many platform, you download many apps, okay, mobile application. Basically, all these platform we have interfaces, okay, the interface. So who is the user? User is the ones, the person that view the interface. Okay, we call it as a user interface. So why user interface important? Okay, why we should take note? Why my topic today is towards better? Because we already have the interface, but why we need to have better interface? So let me see again. Okay, user interface is a space where there is interactions between the human and the machine. So the machine here, it can be not the robot. The machine here is a computer, is our mobile phone, our tablet. Okay, if you go to a shopping complex, for example, you can see information kiosk. Okay, so that is all a machine that human need to communicate. Okay, as simple as when you wake up in the morning, okay, you need to switch off your alarm, for example. Okay, so that is also interface that we already interact, because we, for example, like developer side, whatever we do, when we selling the product, for example, we are not standing beside the user. Hey, after this, click this. Okay, for example, so we need to make sure the interfaces is enough to understand by the user. Okay, so that is interaction lah. Basically, this is the term that you should understand first lah. The interaction between human and the machine occurs. Okay, so in more detail, okay, so the UI in short form is the point of human computer interaction. Okay, this is the one field under the computer science and technology, the HCI, and a communication in a device. So this can include the display screen, like I mentioned, a keyboards, all the keyboards, okay, that you can see QWERTY, okay, your phone keyboard, okay, a mouse, okay, how we handling the mouse, for example, and the appearance of the desktop. Okay, I believe we all have a different laptop. We have all the different maybe OS. Okay, so we have our own view. Okay, up to our own platform lah. Okay, so it's also the way through which a user can interact with the apps or a website. So I like I said just now. Okay, now we have a lot of application. We go to website. I think more. Okay, every day you open Google, for example, so that is also one of the screen display, okay, that involve interfaces between user and also the machine. So I hope at this stage, okay, you all already understand what is user interface. Okay, remember, because later at the end of the session we will have a pop quiz, so make sure you understand this term. Okay, user interface is the point of the human and the computer interaction, okay, between two parties. All right, so we continue here. Okay, did you know, okay, this one I just want to share, okay, and ask you and hope you can participate as well. Okay, did you know why in ATM machine, okay, when we want to withdraw money, for example, okay, we need to take the card first before we take our money. Do you have to ask yourself, okay, as a human as a user, do you try to think, hey, why we should take our card first before we take money? Okay, so did you have think this one before? Okay, try to ask yourself and do some self-reflection maybe. Okay, or you just, that is how the system works. Okay, that is how the government needs say, or the machine setting. So basically there is a reason lah. Okay, so as we already understand just now, between the human and the computer, we need to understand both party. Okay, when we want to develop any platform, you need to understand both party, the human itself and the machine itself lah. Okay, so when we talk about this case, okay, take card before take money, because normally human will be lost or forget about card after we get money. Okay, like we happy, oh, can draw money 10 ringgit, sorry, 100 ringgit, then we go straight away go, then we tend to forget take back our card. So that is human behavior, normal. Okay, when we suddenly, sometimes we happy and then we tend to forget something like short-term memory. So that is also the importance when we want to study about the user interface. It's not about the designing itself. We also need to understand how user, or how is human, what is the human behavior. Okay, so if you want me to talk about the human behavior itself, it is a long topic, okay, because human involve emotion. Okay, emotion is not like, oh, we have 4 emotion. No, human have many emotion. Okay, we have if you try to search after this, you can try to find the wheel of emotion that human have. Okay, we have happy, we have surprise, we have excited, we have natural, okay, we have boring. Okay, and each of the emotion also, we have the level of emotion, how happy you are, how depressed you are. We cannot say I happy level 10. How you know you happy level 10, for example? Okay, so that is very complex. Yeah, human is complex. Okay, so that's why whatever we created, okay, especially when we create a platform that when machine cannot communicate, we that created the machine, we need to make sure as long as we meet the minimum requirement of the human, okay, human can understand, for example, that is enough. Okay, so that is the some of the briefing for today. Okay, something like I want you to think of. So after this, when you go to anywhere, okay, you can try to think based on the interfaces. Interfaces here is not like try to not narrow down to the website screen only. Okay, you also can see anything surrounding us. Okay, when you go to you using lift, for example, you can see why the emergency button on the top, why not emergency button on the bottom, for example, why close button on the right side, why the open button on the left side, why the numbering is starting from the bottom, why not numbering start from the top. That is how we try to understand the human behavior lah. Okay, so this one, I think like when you after this session, when you go around and then you see surrounding, you can say, oh, this is how human react. So that is important so that we can try to produce or prepare the best platform to the user. Understand the user first. Okay, so let's continue. Okay, so why user interface important? Okay, like I mentioned just now, try to make it like a minimum. Okay, as long as the user can understand, enough already. Okay, so why user interface is important? Okay, you can see here, this is a statistic that take October 2022. Okay, the overview of internet use. Okay, so in this webinar, I will be more focused to the website platform, okay, the online platform interfaces rather than all the technology, highway and so on lah. Okay, we focus more to the technology, digital technology. Okay, so you can see here, there is the total internet users. Everybody use internet nowadays. Okay, I think like all of you got your own data, mobile data. You are not depend to the school Wi-Fi only, of course. All right, so I think like everyone needs internet today. Okay, so you can see the internet user and the percentage total the population. So I want you to go and see to the right side a percentage of user that access internet via mobile phone. You can see 92.1% users use internet via mobile phone. So you can see now, okay, whatever platform, okay, website, for example, application that you tend to develop, okay, in the future, okay, so we need to know, oh, now trendings, they don't use desktop anymore. They less use computer maybe, okay, they tend to use mobile phone. Hey, easy to carry, okay, maybe like everyone carry every day to whenever they go, for example. Okay, so that is one point. Then you can see the average daily time spent using the internet. So when they use internet, they go for what? Okay, user go for what? User tend to do some searching, find the information. I think that's one, the last one. I think the first one, I think like nowadays people go for the media, social, gossip, okay, shopping, right? E-commerce, all the platform is machine and the human. So when we play around with the machine and the human, we need to understand, okay, what is the best to create better user interface, because we don't want this kind of users, okay, lost while they are using our platform, using our application, for example. Okay, so far so good. So let's see why UI important. We want to meet user expectation and support the effective functionality of your site, for example, okay, your application. So basically what we are doing, okay, we want to make sure user use it, correct or not? Okay, if you prepare something, website, for example, any application, for example, do you think you just creating, it's okay lah, if no user, it's okay lah, no visitor? Cannot. Okay, we want to make sure we meet their expectation. Okay, if we don't meet their expectation, so what is the effect? Okay, if we create something that not meet their expectation, there will be loss, or maybe they will not come back again to our website, for example. So let's say you are selling something, e-commerce, you are preparing some e-commerce application. the interfaces not so good, they are not meet the user expectation, do you think user will come back to your e-commerce platform? Confirm no. Okay, so that's why the important here is we want to make sure we meet user expectation. I got like one story. Okay, I think this is story. I'm not sure that you all know or not. But I'm sorry if I tend to like forget lah, but try lah. Okay, so there is a one application Google created. Okay, this one Google created. Okay, the platform name I forgot lah, the platform for emailing lah, email purpose. Okay, but at that time human user around the world very excited to use the application. Okay, that the platform. What is the name? Okay, it's okay, like later you can try to find. Okay, so this email platform at the end, after Google published to the user, okay, not Gmail, this one like previous lah, okay, as a history. So user, they don't know how to use the apps, the email. They said the interfaces so difficult to use, that maybe like a lot of button, maybe they don't know how to like even to compose an email. So at the end, this product is not meet the expectation of the user. So equal to, the effect is equal to, it's become useless. Okay, whatever you created, although it's so like canggih, for example, okay, so like professional, like so like high cost quality, but if you not meet the user expectation, so actually you are creating something that useless. Okay, so that's why user interface is important. Then that's why this webinar want to bring you towards better user interface. Okay, so let's continue. This is a quote from Susan Gray. Okay, this is a pioneer in the human computer interface. If the user, she said, if the user cannot use it, it does not work. Although you run the platform, you can use it because you're a developer, of course you know how to use. Okay, so if user, I mean the end user cannot use it, equal to useless. It does not work. Okay, so this is why UI important. Okay, so how to make better user interface? So this one I bring all to you today regarding the point topic here, the main topic here. Okay, how to make better user interface. All right. To be a better human, okay, this is another quote. Okay, to be a better human is to understand not only those around you, but you also need to understand yourself. Okay, so because we also human, okay, we also human at the end. Sometimes you also be one of the user. Okay, so you, if you cannot understand people around you, try to understand yourself. Okay, how do you engage and relate to the others? For example, how can you get more out of your friendship and relationship? By recognizing your own behavior. Okay, if like very difficulty to know like human behavior around the world, human is complex. Okay, so try to understand ourselves, our behavior, what we tend to do, what we do, what we like, what we don't like, what we want to do, what we want to avoid. Okay, so this is also the quotes from the user experience researcher. Okay, Matty Hicks. All right, continue. So these two pictures, I want you to think yourself. Okay, do you have any idea why I put these two pictures? Okay, there is girls surfing computer, surfing internet maybe, and also a grandma, okay, also searching the computer. Why I want you to look this situation? Okay, we here 2022, okay, and we here maybe you all around like after SPM 70s years old, okay, compared to your grandmother, maybe your grandmother now around 70. Okay, so what are the point here? Okay, again, like I mentioned, human interact with computer. So in order to understand the human, we also to know that not all is same. Here you can see two picture, maybe we can say like different age. User can be many perspective and demographic. It can also be gender, human also can be like culture. Okay, we are from Malaysia, of course, totally different people from West, for example. Okay, so that is also can be one of you can think when you create the user interface. Okay, understand your user demographic. So when a young girl using a platform and the grandma using the platform, we talk about, let's say like website, totally different. Okay, younger, maybe they tend to like easily know, oh, what to do next, for example. All right, they can see clearly. That also one point. Okay, but grandma, maybe they want to need to a little bit zoom. Okay, they need to have a clear, or the screen might be enough brightness. Okay, the button also should be understand. Okay, not to be like something that not familiar with them compared to their generation and compared to now generation. Okay, of course, totally different. Okay, so let me see some of the drawback. I think if you like 70 years old, I think the viewer here, okay, 70 years old or below than 20 lah. Of course, you don't have this experience before compared to our generation. Okay, so let's see this drawback. What is this? This is the tip. Okay, tip. Previously, we are watching using tape, for example, but now using a application, Netflix. So the interfaces already different. Okay, so this is the first one, Netflix. I think all of you watch Netflix. Second, communication. Okay, now we use WhatsApp. Rather than we call, we just text. Rather than we call, we just voice note. Okay, rather than calling, maybe you can send something using the WhatsApp application. Communication. So communication, WhatsApp also, they have their own interfaces. Okay, to make sure whatever platform it is, the button using the interfaces must be like similar. Okay, and still understand for now generation. Okay, this is a floppy disk. Okay, this one confirm nobody below 25 still uses. Okay, okay, now they all upload to the Google Drive, iCloud, okay, Dropbox, for example. Nobody keep this anymore. Okay, I think like now devices also, laptop, they don't have this slot anymore. Okay, all right, next is Gmail. Okay, Gmail, we write letter, send. Okay, but now we just compose. Okay, we even can undo. Okay, we can even undo, we can even edit, we can even setting, scheduling. Okay, send tomorrow. That is human. Okay, all right, next is the apps, Microsoft Word. Okay, I think this one confirm lah. I also not have experience using this, by the way, the typewriter. Okay, but now we have Microsoft Word. One of lah. Now we have the Microsoft Word application. Wikipedia. Okay, they don't read book anymore. I think student nowadays, young generation, don't read book. They don't go to library. They ask Uncle Google. Okay, they ask Wikipedia more than go to the library. Okay, we don't take photo using the camera anymore. We upload to the Facebook. No need to have album. Okay, we put everything in the Facebook to keep to get all the picture as a memory. Okay, this is the different generation and different platform to serve. Okay, so when we create something, you need to make sure you create for 2022, but you still make sure don't forget the generation before. Okay, as long as if they are one of the target audience, you need to counted them into your situation. You need to counted them also and consider their preference too. Okay, you cannot totally swap everything and then you lost the previous generation, for example. Okay. Spotify. Okay, Spotify. I think this one the second last one. Spotify, listening to the music, no more cassette, no more Walkman, okay, no more radio, okay, you use Spotify apps. Okay, you can see how many apps now we already go through, and I think the apps, all the application that we mentioned is the one that well known, okay, that normally people use, all right, a Spotify apps. And last one, this one I think after this will be more familiar, okay, if you are under 25 years old, the apps link, okay, LinkedIn, okay, for to finding job, for example, to show your capability, maybe to show your academic academic. And then the previously we can find job through the newspaper, different platform, totally differently. Okay, all right. So how to make better user interface? Okay, how to make better user interface? Actually, if you ask me honestly, there is many ways. Okay, many ways, many strategies. Okay, and many principles that we can use and apply when we design interfaces. Okay, so for today, I will focus to a 10 usability heuristic by the Jacob-Nielsen. Okay, this one of the researcher, one of the HCI pioneer tool that tend to study regarding the human-computer interaction and how to make sure the interfaces is usability to the human. Okay, so we have 10 usability heuristic by Jacob-Nielsen. So let me see one by one. What is number one? Number one, we need to make sure the visibility of system status. Okay, you can see here on the picture that I provide here. Okay, there is a different platform. Okay, different interfaces, but same to the same objective, which is visibility of the system. So when we design something, we should keep user informed. Hey, what is going on? For example, if you create something, platform online, you need to inform the user, hey, what is going on? Okay, through the maybe you can provide a feedback, maybe you can provide to show them, okay, where is your current status? Oh, so now you done info, you now proceed to shipping. Now you are in the payment status. For example, you can see the payment will be the font a little bit bold compared to info, shipping, and review. Okay, so this is important. Keep user informed, okay, about what is going on. Okay, so for example, the map, when you go to shopping mall, you go and find the map they are put in the area. For example, you can see you are here. Human, they sometimes, if their first time go to the shopping mall, they can't remember how many level, where is this shop, where is this shop. So this map helping user provide a user interface, understand and know, oh, we are level 1, for example. We are here. Anything happen, we are here. Oh, that is the nearest escalator, for example. Visibility of a system status. Okay. So for example, this one, you can see the hands click. So you can tell the user, hey, I am clicking this button. I am choosing this product. Okay, you show something status. This is, we call it as a feedback to the user. Okay. Second, make sure to match between system and the real world. This one, common sense. When we design, we should speak the user language. How to speak user language? By the real world. Okay, use a word. Maybe you can use the word, a phrase that familiar to the user. Okay, rather than the term, that jargon. That's why just now I put the two picture, girls and the grandma. Okay, totally they have the different language. I mean, like they understand. Maybe nowadays people like, oh, what's up? Hey guys. But grandma, maybe they don't too into that kind of language, for example, that phrase. Okay, so we need to make sure we mesh between the system and the real world situation. So you can see on the left, picture number 1, there is a stove here. Okay, you can see, okay, user can understand easily, okay, how to open or how to hitting lah. Okay, you can see the button 1, 2, 3, 4, for example. That is normal. This button should be here lah. This button, it should be for this one. Okay, real world situation. Understand lah, this one. You can see the car and automobile. You think Malaysian use car or Malaysian tend to use mobile? I don't think we call mobile. Okay, we tend to use car lah rather than we use, where is our mobile? Where is automobile? No lah. Where we park automobile? That's why we use the term car park, for example. Okay, and then you can see the shopping chart there. There is a trolley. We put anything that went to shopping inside the trolley. Similar, same situation to the real world. Okay, next, user control and the freedom. This is also a must when we want to create a better user interface. Okay, user often perform action by mistake. Okay, they need a clear mark. For example, this is the emergency exit. Okay, to leave the unwanted action, for example. Okay, so give the freedom. It's not like you are not guide the user. Give the freedom, at least they can still control and do something like undo and redo. Okay, sometimes they, I wrongly typing it. Oh, this one I cannot redo, cannot undo forever. Need to do again. That's not so user-friendly. Okay, so make it undo and redo, give some freedom. Okay, when you listening to the music, you provide like pause button, next button, play button. That's also one of the user control and also the freedom. Okay, delete photo. Okay, are you sure you want to delete this file? Okay, or totally deleted, cannot find in the recycle bin. No, we provide the notification. Are you sure you want to delete this file? Okay, for example, cancel. Okay, so that is also one of the freedom that we give to the user. Next is a consistency and the standard. Okay, this one also the hardcore point. Okay, when we want to create a user interface, okay, user should not have to wonder whether different words, for example, situation or action, mean the same thing. If you use one word, for example, you maintain and you consistently use the same word through the web, through the platform. Okay, like for example, you create a website, you use the term home page, for example. So you just need to make sure you standard and consistently using the term home page to all the pages inside the website. That's one point lah. Okay, so for example here, you can see check-in. Normally, what happened to the check-in? Okay, check-in normally is a counter. When you want to like check-in hotel, for example, of course, the check-in will be located to the front of the hotel. So when you want to call someone, I'll meet you at the lobby, at the check-in counter. Do you think the person will go to the different level? Of course not. Okay, because we consistently know and understand standard confirm check-in in the front of on the places okay, to check-in, like check-in counter. Okay, you can maintain also by the standardized by the color, using the color theme. Okay, the font that you are using. Okay, the button style. Okay, if you make it square, so you maintain all will be square. Okay, so that's also one of consistency that we can maintain in the interface. Next is number 5. Number 5 is error prevention. So Nelson said, okay, the error prevention here is a good error message is really important. Okay, but the best design is we prevent to make problem. to avoid error lah, basically. Okay, that's why we say error prevention. If you give message like, are you sure you want to delete this? For example, you give also that one instruction lah, but got error message something like suddenly your system crash. Okay, you give a notification of a error message. So it's better to avoid the system crash in the first place. Okay, so that is, we call it as error prevention. Okay, so you can see here, before you proceed to confirm booking, okay, you can see the first, all the review, what date, for example, what review flight, for example, before you proceed to the payment status, because it might happen you wrongly choose destination, you wrongly choose your date. Okay, so this is also one of the best interfaces that we should include in the platform, okay, to reduce error. And one more, when let's say you ask user to enter the date, okay, rather than you ask them typing the date, is better to provide a calendar. Okay, so they just click start and end. Okay, so we avoid a human error. Okay, so if you get give the freedom, okay, this is not freedom, user can typing the date, confirm, or it might happen user tend to wrong like date, typing the previous date, for example, or maybe they are wrongly typing the years. Okay, so we avoid that error prevention. We want to try to reduce human error, especially. Okay. Next is number 6. Reconnection is rather than recall. Okay. Instead of user need to recognize, how about we try to make it something that, hey, I know how to do this, recall. Okay, so because human, they don't want to remember so many things. Okay, they want to try to reduce their memory load. Okay, yeah, the gig is not enough. Okay, the space and storage is not enough. Okay, so they want to we want to try to reduce the human memory. So we try to make sure all the interfaces, okay, is easily can recall. Okay, rather than, what is the next step? That's why I always ask to my student, when you buy your handphone for the first time, okay, do you go and check your manual and read your manual one by one? Confirm no, right? Okay, we just go and then we easily can configure how to do this, how to go to setting, how to do next. Okay, that is what we try to make it like action that we want to avoid making user remember so much information. Okay, so for example, number 2, when you want to review the product, okay, you can do like comparison, okay, the features comparison, so that people or user no need to, just now what is the features, then go again. So here we provide the platform, reconnection is better than need to recall. Okay. Next is number 7. Okay, this is the third last. Flexibility and the efficiency of the use. Okay, you provide the shortcut for the users. Okay, for example, here Control C, Control V. Okay, I think this one most familiar to the human. Okay, you can put the love icon for your favorite photo, for your favorite item, for example. Okay, so that is also you give the flexibility to the user as well. Okay. Number 8, aesthetic and the minimalist design. Okay, what is aesthetic and minimalist design? We want to make sure our interfaces should not contain information that is not relevant. Yeah, irrelevant. Okay, so make sure it's like a minimal design. That's why when we do design interfaces, we tend to know the term less is more. Okay, the term less is more. It's not meaning that less is more mean no need to do so much thing actually. You maintain the minimalist, basically you can give more to the user. Okay, that's why if you go see a logo, a company that famous, KFC, okay, you can Maybank, for example. What else? Starbucks, for example. You can see the color they use, okay, not more than 3 colors. Red, white. Okay, Starbucks, green, white. Maybank, yellow, black. Okay, color that they play around, okay, is minimalist. Okay, less is more. So when you create designing something, it's no need to put like so much function on the same places. Okay, then at the end you put all the picture that not related. At the end it be annoying to the user. Okay, so communication, you need to communicate. So you need to communicate, not decorate. Okay, you need to communicate. Whatever you put in your platform, your interfaces, make sure the interfaces and all the element is to communicating. Remember, human and the machine. Okay, so these all the element might be one of the communication tool from the user, between the user and the platform. Okay. All right, second last, we have help user recognize, diagnose, and recover from error. Okay, because we never know what will happen to the user. Okay, so we should provide the error message. If we cannot prevent the error, at the end, we still try to help them to maybe diagnose, maybe do a troubleshoot. Okay, you can put an error message if this one like anything happen, go click here, for example. Okay, so you provide an error message, it's better. Okay, so that the user can try to do a first aid to overcome the problem. Okay, so for example, here there is no internet connection. So rather than user like click keep refresh. What happened? Why this slide is not moving? So you tell the user, hey, basically you are not having any connection. Okay, tell them in a simple way. Okay, no need to be like too technical term. Okay, so you just use a simple word like a human can be understand. Okay, and last one, help and documentation. It is very best if the design, okay, does not need any additional explanation. Okay, however, if we need to, okay, it's necessary to also to provide the documentation in order to help user figure out anything throughout our application. Like you can put like FAQ, okay, you can also put like some like info icon button, okay, so that user can know, oh, click this to know more, for example, which is the additional explanation. Because in the application we don't put everything, okay, because we want to try to reduce our human memory. So maybe some of it, maybe they want to know more. Okay, so you can provide these two as a better user interface. Okay, so that is the 10, okay, 10 Nielsen, okay, Jacob Nielsen usability heuristic. Okay, when we design interfaces. Okay, all right. So far so good. Are you still here with me? So I think that's for the last one. Okay, we cover all the why and how to make a better user interface. Okay, so now we go to the sign. Okay, all right, quiz time. So can I share the screen for the Kahoot? Let me share. Wait, okay. Can you see my screen, Kahoot screen? Okay, all right. So let me set. Start here. Okay, classic mode. Okay, I really hope you all participate to this quiz. Okay. There will be prize given by the organizer. You can go to the Kahoot and then you key in the game pin, or you can scan this QR code. No participant. Wow, only one? Okay, Mia, ask your friend to join. If 3, then you win. Totally can win. Let me make it at least 5. Okay, GS, ask your friend, join. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. More than 5. Then we start the quiz. Anyone else? Anna, ask your friend to join. Viewer from Facebook, so you can join. You just scan this QR code. Okay, let me start. How many? 6. 7. Go, 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 go. Yay, go, 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 go. Okay, guys, eat. Okay lah. Let me start quiz so that I can know whether you understand my webinar or not. Okay, don't worry, just for knowledge. Okay, additional knowledge for you all. Okay, let me start the quiz. Yo. Sorry. HCI stands for human computer interaction. Okay, interaction. That's why we need to understand both parties, how we need to handle their communication. Okay, take note, these two. Okay, next. Okay, good, Hassan. Next one. Very simple question. False. Okay, it's not important. No, it is important. Okay, especially when we design. Okay, so it's not important, it's false. Okay, next. Okay, who is A? You get A so far.
Miss Najla,
Yes.
sorry, can you make the game bigger, the screen?
Oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
Very small. Now
I
okay.
think it's at the bottom. Okay, thank you.
Okay. How many usability principle to improve? We have 10. Very good. What's only 1%? Oh, bonus mark for this one. Oh, good. Stay focused. We have another 7 questions. Jacob Nielsen. Okay. All right. Next question. Okay. Keep in. Okay. Concept that familiar to the user. Okay. We need to make sure the system match with the real world situation. Okay, next. Read carefully. Exit, emergency exit, need to close button. User control and also freedom. Okay, next one. Minimize the user memory load. Is recognition rather than need to recall. Okay, no need to remember. We see something, immediately we can recognize it. Do this, do that. Okay. All right, next one. Okay, Mayo. Mayo is the one, right? Mayo. Who is another one? Don't answer the question. Okay, it's true. Okay, can improve learn ability. Okay, because so for example, let's say you already put the log out button on the top right, so you maintain the consistency. So normally user can learn through that situation. Okay, like I said just now, the example, you buy handphone, you don't read the manual. Okay, you learn, you have the learn ability. Okay. All right, C. Wow, Alvin. Oh, it has a streak with 4 correct answers in a row. Good job. Okay, last, this second last question. Oh, the blue one, this one, I think you are not listening. Okay, less is more. Okay, more is better, not a minimalist. Okay, less is more. Okay, all right, last one. Okay, how to, Mayo, come on. Have a fewer problem, increase user engagement, better functionality, and strong bond between user and the website. Refer to the important or the benefit of having a good user interface. Okay, all right. So I think A will be the winner lah. Okay, Elvin. Christmas theme. Okay. Thank you for joining the quiz. Let me stop here. So I think this one maybe organizer. You can contact the organizer. Okay. So let me stop this quiz first. Okay. Sorry. Okay.
Hi, Miss Najla.
Yes. Can I share again the screen or no need?
You still, you can still share screen.
Oh. Oh, wait, actually, should continue here. Okay, so actually the second last is the do you have any question? Okay, so if you have any question, okay, you can put in the chatting. Okay, I will try to answer all the questions. All right. If no questions, so I think that's all for today. I think like very thanks to the organizer and to let me join this session. Okay, I think that's all, Miss.
Okay, before we leave, can we take a group photo with everybody? Okay, everyone, can you turn on your camera? Okay, on my count. 1, 2, 3. Smile. Okay, let's take another one. Freestyle. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Miss Najla, if you don't mind, can you leave your email? If they have any questions after this, maybe they can contact you via email. Do you have anything you would like to cover before we wrap up?
No, but I hope you enjoy my webinar for today. You all enjoy this webinar, okay?
Yeah, it was fine. Thank you very much for the game.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we will collect the information from the participants later. Yeah, from the winners. We will inform them later. Okay, thank you, Ms. Najla, for this insightful and interesting webinar. Okay, we would like for you to join us later at 2 p.m. for another webinar by Huawei. The title is Huawei Fusion Solar Renewable Powered Future at 2 p.m. Yeah. Thank you, Ms. Najla. See you again.
Okay. See you. Bye.
Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.